When you think of Texas, what may come to mind? I'm sure there's plenty you can think of that's different in Texas, but today I want to talk to you about the barbecue. Being in Texas my whole life and driving different places around the state made me recognize the importance of barbecue in our lives. You see many restaurants that offer Texas barbecue, and in almost every single backyard you see a grill or a smoker. And when we all get together, you can bet there's going to be some Texas barbecue involved. So today I want to explain where barbecue began in Texas. I'll give some info and some interesting facts about what it means here and how restaurants are continuing to live on the Texas barbecue tradition. So where exactly did barbecue begin for Texans? This is actually an interesting fact about Texas barbecue. According to Barbie in a post on a brief history of Texas barbecue in 2016, there are 4 different kinds of barbecue in Texas. You've got the Central, the Eastern, the Western, and the Southern. The Central barbecue began when German and Czech settlers would smoke the meats to preserve them in their butcher shops, and whenever they actually began selling this meat, boom, you've got Central barbecue. East Texas barbecue is credited to the African Americans who settled here after being freed from slavery, and the Western came from the cowboys of Texas that cooked over an open fire after a long day of herding cattle across the fields. Finally, the Southern barbecue. This one came from the Mexican farm workers that were near the border, and they cooked barbacoa, which is actually cow's head that they wrap in leaves, and they put it into a pit on the ground that has coals, and they cook it for several hours until the meat falls off. So just how important do we make barbecue here in Texas? Well, we take it pretty seriously. Barbecue is a staple of Texas tradition, and in every single town you'll find plenty of places cooking up good Texas barbecue. In fact, a post by Daniel Vaughn on the Texas Monthly website in 2015 reveals some pretty cool info about barbecue here in Texas. In 2015, CHD Expert, a food market research company, calculated the total number of barbecue restaurants in Texas to be around 2,200. And this is the most barbecue places in all of the U.S. Do you believe me now that we take barbecue seriously? The largest barbecue chain in the States, coming in at more than 500 locations nationwide, is Dickey's Barbecue Pit. How many of us have eaten there and not even known that? So now that you know a little bit about the background and fun facts about the barbecue here in Texas, I now want to move on to the tradition of eating barbecue and keeping it alive as the years go on. An online post by Shannon Ratliff on WideOpenCountry.com states that Lockhart, Texas is the barbecue central of Texas. They have some of the most well-known barbecue places in the entire world. Of these places, Cruz Market for sure lays out what it means to have tradition of Texas barbecue. What started in 1900 as a grocery store selling smoked meats is now a world-famous barbecue joint. The company has been passed down from generation and eventually became owned by one of the employees. When the company grew enough to eventually move into a larger spot, they actually took the coals that burnt there from their last pit and they put them in a metal bucket and they carried them over a quarter mile to the new location. So actually they can say that the fire has never been put out for over 100 years. Another traditional joint in Lockhart is Black's Barbecue. Located within about a half mile of Cruz, Black's has been in the business nearly 90 years. Opening in 1932, just like Cruz, Black started out as a grocery store and a meat market, smoking leftover meats to sell. 50 years later, they left the grocery store market and went full-time barbecue. Kent Black, grandson of the original owner, Edgar Black Sr., now enjoys retirement, but don't think that he just gave up barbecue live. Whitney Falloon on Eater.com describes Kent as roaming the dining room like a cowboy hat-sporting barbecue ambassador. He still greets customers and tends to their needs just like he was still in the business. As you can see, Texans take their barbecue and barbecue traditions very seriously. That said, I hope I have shared with you some interesting facts about Texas barbecue you hopefully didn't even know. In conclusion, I just would like to say thanks for allowing to take the time and inform you of all this Texas heritage. You see many restaurants that offer Texas barbecue, and in almost every backyard, like I said, you see a grill or a smoker, and when we all get together, it's going to be there. As I stated in the beginning of barbecue here, some interesting info and also the tradition of barbecue for us Texans and how it lives on. Let us not forget that from the humble beginnings of the settlers that came to this state that made this possible to the new joints that pop up every year across the state, may Texas barbecue always mean the same to us as it did to them.